The Gourd Jewish Community Center at Nashville is known for displaying arts of Tennessee artists year-round. Well, recently Ken Wilshire went there and made a discovery. You know, you don't have to have a canvas to create wonderful award-winning works of art. And here's living proof.
These mystical, magical masks are both fascinating and intriguing. They seem to be full of life and have captivating stories to tell. They're the works of Franklin, Tennessee artist Ann Light. Actually, her education and experience are in technical writing and editing. While it's been an enjoyable career, it really wasn't what she wanted to pursue.
I wanted to be an artist.
So along her corporate path, she dabbled in some paper crafts to satisfy her craving to create.
I was doing mail art, which I love, taking envelopes and decorating them and doing some rubber stamps. I made all my own cards. I love to make things. Then I met my first Gourd, and it changed my life.
That's right. Ann said it was love at first sight and touch of a simple gourd when she was inspired by something so beautifully banal.
It's a wonderful collaboration between an artist and nature, and may I say I give nature more credit than myself because I start with such an interesting plant.
So as Ann's perception of the gourd changed, her vision became clear. It gave her an artistic license, and it wasn't for painting.
I think of the gourd as my canvas for my art. To me, if I can't do something unique like the wood burning and using the Dremel to engrave and use transparent inks to show their markings, then I might as well go to an art store and buy a canvas and paint.
Well, she did not, and Ann's transformation of this three-dimensional canvas from the garden to its glorious glamour has been dramatic.
I had not used tools, I just never did. And I went down to the workshop and I got a saw and I cut one in half. And I got a drill. I drilled out eyes and holes in the head so I could tie hair on. And I did some simple, I think, staining of them. And I looked at them and I thought, oh my gosh, I didn't know I could make something so beautiful.
They come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. And for some 15,000 years, the lowly gourd has led a modest life of water dippers, birdhouses, and a few musical instruments. Certainly nothing as stunning as Ann's decorative disguises.
This is done with a propane torch. I wanted a more native look. So, I just took a torch first and then I put the crazy hair and the earrings. I mean, sometimes, the mask just told me that I need these kind of earrings rather than something refined.
Masks have been used for thousands of years in ceremonies and celebrations, parties, holidays, and even to conceal the identity of heroes and villains. Likewise, Ann gives each one a character of its own.
After the gourd is prepared, which means it's all clean outside and inside, depending on the shape, I just pick up the wood burner and I start going around getting the feel of the soft skin or the harder skin. Usually a design will come. It tells me pretty much what it wants to be.
Ann uses dyes and stains to ensure the natural colors and beauty of the gourd are enhanced. The wood burner and engraving tool help define its personality. And then it's embellished with all kinds of natural finery.
With masks, more is more. They're colorful. I want them to be fun. I'm not serious at all about that this is great art. I think if you saw some of the titles, you could see the humor in it. But I use everything from seagrass to horsehair to brooms. Brooms are my favorite to make hair.
Well, you will be swept away with their beauty, but they also tell stories.
This mask in particular, it may be a little hard to discern, but it's 3 Native American women. They're looking off in the distance, and as you see the colors changing, It's morning, it's afternoon, it's sunlight, it's evening, and their children still haven't come home. So that depicts, the children did come home, by the way, so it isn't a sad story.
Even her own story is filled with masks. She was born, raised, and spent much of her life in New Orleans, where masks are part of the city's fun, festive spirit. It certainly influenced her art from the moment she first touched a gourd.
Everything you see, I touched with my own hand. It goes from my head to my hand to my heart, and I need to touch it. I don't want a paintbrush touching it. I need to touch it to connect. They're almost like my children. I love them all.
Well, it is difficult not to love them all. It's almost like Anne's given birth to a whole new family or genre of art. She certainly can't disguise her creativity or mask her passion for the gourd.
I do think that people feel a connection with them, and it feels wonderful.